Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mafia here, and I am doing a recap on my week 1 battle against the Breaksons, aka Omega Chris. Basically, this is a very important match for me, because this was my first Gen 7 Draft League match ever. So, I need to prove myself. And, can't lie, I got pretty lucky. And you'll see why. I've made a couple mistakes for the reason that this was my first Gen 7 Draft League. So I start off with Fortress because I want to set up rocks. So he sends out Houndoom to predict it, which is a good predict. So I switch. He's going to Mega and try to Flamethrower my Toxapex, which I swapped out because water. Yeah, obviously. He takes it, so that's pretty good. So now I'm going to set up a Spikes. He's going to switch to Raichu. So I'm like, oh god, Raichu. So now I'm going to switch to Roland Wash because he should take a couple hits. So he knocks off, attempting to knock off my Black Sludge. So yeah, power to him. He uses Hidden Power of Grass. I use Hydro Pump. So now here, I assume he's going to kill it. It's going to kill because 53.5, it should kill, and I should live. So yeah, that's what happens. Okay, Kartana. Kartana was an ish. I thought it was going to be an issue, so I swapped to Toxapex because I thought it's like, oh, it's not going to do much damage, even though I purposely swapped to him, but it works out in the end. Sorry. So yeah, this was an interesting set that Omega Chris put on Kartana. He laser focuses, which guarantees a crit in the next hit. So I'm assuming he's like, oh, he's gonna do Leaf Blade. So what I'm gonna do is gonna Baneful Bunker, so that it just counteracts the laser focus, so that it just runs out. And that's basically countering his strat with Kartana. And basically that I could do that all day. I'm back to full health. And he switched out to Tapu Fini. And this is where I was like, oh, I'm getting super lucky here. I set for another spike so I could potentially do badly poison the other mons. And this is what's gonna happen. I did not notice that it's a defogger. This Tapu Fini is a defogger. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I learn something new every day. But I just went straight up for the poison jab, and it crits. So I was like, oh, crit matters. So now you're gonna die. It did die. So now I'm like, what are you gonna do here? So I didn't think it was gonna do much. So it did half. So I was like, that did a lot. So I'm gonna Toxic Spikes. I'm not gonna risk another hit, even though Sludge or Black Sludge is gonna keep me alive. So I switched to Fortress to set up rocks. Lazy Focus, not going to do much since ×4 not effective, so I set up rocks because of this. The Misty Terrain saved the Houndoom for this turn, basically, because the Toxic's not going to go off. So I switched to him, and I get super lucky because Hidden Power Ground and Levitate. This kills 4 of my mods on my team. I could swap to anybody else. Kills 4, I think 5 actually. Yeah, it kills 5. So I have, oh my lord, 5 of my mods. Jeez, he's like, you have a lot of ground weakness, sir. Let's just do that. No, it's so bad that I picked 6 ground weakness, or 6 types that are weak to ground. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? So that happened. I got super lucky, and I'm like, I can't switch anymore. He's probably gonna do another ground, try to predict, so I'm just gonna sack. He does Dark Pulse. I'm like, okay. I got Victini. I was like, I got Victini. He's gonna take a shot of Dark Pulse. So I'm gonna switch out Victini. It's slower, so I'm like, oh, let me just do this real quick. And this is where the luck absolutely happens. I get flinched right here. And that saves me. It saves me. For the reason that I was gonna do a Z. I was gonna do a Z celebrate. Z celebrates are banned. I didn't know this. I've read all the things on the DLA Google sheet. It didn't say anything about that. And we started talking about that before. It's like, oh yeah, it's such a common rule that I didn't even put it there. I was like, it's my first draft. I thought my friend told you. It's like, oh, it's your first Gen 7 draft. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll let it slide. Uh, yeah, so now I know. So I need to look up all the draft rules so that I don't break any more in the future. So that's luck number one. So, and then my friend tells me, because I was like, what should I do here? It's like, what are we gonna do anyway? I was gonna see you celebrate. It's like, bruh, you knew that's banned, right? It's like, oh, oops. So I switched to Diancie, and I was like, I'm fine. It's not. The only way I would lose is if it's max speed, and it does a lot of damage because ground, yeah, super effective. Bronzong. So here I was like, oh, we were calcing, and Diamond Storm would have one-shot the Houndoom. So that's what it said. That's what I said. So that's what I did. I'm gonna switch out anyway because Steel. I was like, oh, Gyro Ball would kill me, especially with how slow it is. So I switch out to Fortress, and he's gonna Stealth Rock. So I'm like, okay. I Rapid Spin, basically. And this is where he gets poisoned, so that's where it comes in. So I Rapid Spin, no more rocks for you. And he basically is hidden powering. So I Volt Switch. He could have killed me right there, so that's a bold move. And that Toxapex. So yeah, I'm good. And he's gonna die right here because he's super famed, going for the half health, which was interesting. So I left Liquidation. And my friend's like, you have Liquidation? I was like, yeah. He's like, what other moves do you have? So I have Toxic Spikes, Baneful Bunker, Poison Jab, Liquidation. He's like, why don't you have Recover? He's like, cause it's regeneration. It's like, dude, it's not regeneration. Look at the health. I'm like, oh, it's a. I didn't change it. I was like, cause I was making a counter team for Chris, and my original team had him regeneration. So I thought I copied and pasted it. So I was like, okay, I'm fine. I didn't end up changing it to not be merciless. So yeah, or to be regeneration. So it's merciless now. So since it did crit as well, since he was poisoned. So I'm like, okay, well this worked in my favor. And he swaps to Zyger. I was like, okay, let me just Liquidation. And then he camouflages to go normal. I'm like, okay. So I still Liquidation and crits. And I'm going to stay in and do another Liquidation. And it's like, he could one-shot you. It's like, nah, I'm fine. And I do another Liquidation. And I was like, this should kill. I got unlucky with the roll. He does 4, so I'm just going to Baneful Bunker. He dies to poison. And bye-bye Zyger. So yeah, he has 2 mods, I have 5. It's looking pretty good for me. He switches to Kartana, and I'm like, okay, now I need to switch to Fortress. Fortress is here, and he's gonna tank a little bit, and I'm gonna Volt Switch right after this. He Smart Strikes, and it crits too, so pretty nice damage, so I Volt Switch. And my Diancie is 1 point faster than the Kartana, which was so glad. I was so glad. So I hit him Power Fire, and he's dead. 200% chance to be dead. And now it's Bronzong, so I switch because Gyro Ball's gonna happen to Toxapex. And this is basically GG because he can't do much to Toxapex with Bronzong. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Rock Slides, can't do much there. And in 2 moves, I win with a 5-0, putting me in first place. Tied for first place, technically. But I have a conference win, so that puts me a little bit above, I think. I'm assuming, because they put me on the top. But that's GG. I won that fight 5-0. And now, as you can see on the standings, I am #1 seed in league standings. Tied, technically, with New York Wish, who, in fact, is going to be my next week fight. And I was like, well, let's start off with a bang. So this is how it's going to look out at first. So yeah, if it were to be in this scenario, I go against Tampa Bay Requesas, which is, what's his name? Troy. It's Troy, who's one of the commissioners of the draft league. And Mon on Venusaur's, I think that's Naz. I'm not sure. I think that's Naz. Anyway, let's look at his New York Wish's team. Where's Naz? Naz. Yeah, it's Naz. Okay. This is his team, and honestly, I'm kind of scared because the Garchomp Z he's most likely bringing out, and that a Dragon Dance Earthquake can sweep my team, so I need to prevent that from happening. I'm going to prevent that from happening. Correction. I mean, his Mega Scizor counters my Mega Diancie with a Bullet Punch. It is going to one shot. So, I mean, he basically knows I have hidden Power Fire, so he's probably gonna prevent him switching into my Diancie. But I need to prevent him, or prevent switching Diancie into Mega Scizor, obviously. So if I switch into Scizor, I die. If he switches into Diancie, he dies. Tapu Koko is pretty strong as well. I wish I got him. Porygon Z is his trade up for Week 2. So that's why it's purple. Scrafty, another mon that I wanted, but he took. Confagrigus is a pretty tanky ghost from what I can tell. Z Mew, like, make me want to die. I wonder if he goes Mew Z, or Zmon Mew. I wonder what goes with that. What would Z Metronome do? I never know. I might test that. What else do I need to worry about? He has a bit of a weakness that I can exploit easily. I'm not going to say that because that's giving away my strat, and I'm pretty sure he's watching it. Anyways, Casper, if you're watching this, I'm going to take you down, but I'm taking the #1 spot. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys next time for DLA Week 2. Let's get into it, guys. We're going to win this for sure. Peace.